What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Play Action Podcast. I'm Aidan O'Hara, and of course, I'm here with Vinny Jackson. Vinny, how you doing?
Aidan, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good as well, and it feels good to be back. We're finally back in the studio after 2 weeks.
I know, it has been a really long time. I mean, the first time, I think that was my fault. We got kicked out of the studio, actually.
Yeah, and then Aidan was in Kansas, as you guys may know from last week, where we had the special guest episode.
Yes, that was very fun. Yeah. Well, we might need some more guests. So anyone out there that's an avid listener, hit us up. Maybe we're open.
We're open to anyone.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving week. Enjoyed some time off of school or work.
Yeah.
And also got to watch some football. I mean,
yeah, I would say like the Thanksgiving games, I wouldn't say they were amazing. A lot of them.
Nothing crazy.
The Bears game was pretty good, but I would say the Sunday slate actually had a lot of really good games, really close games. So, yeah, I think it was a pretty exciting week of football.
Yeah, definitely a lot to talk about. So, you want to just let's pop right in with the news?
Let's go.
All right, guys, let's talk about the news here, and kind of two of the bigger things of the week to start off with. First, we can talk about the Bears coach being fired after that interesting.
I mean, we knew it was going to happen.
Performance. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this was solely due to the events that occurred at the end of the Bears game.
I think it was just everything leading up. And, I mean, to be fair, a lot of it wasn't his fault. He should have won the Packers game. He should have won the Commanders game. I mean, some of it's his fault, but I mean, that game obviously was his fault.
Do you want to explain to the viewers, like, do you remember the situation?
Yeah. So, basically, it was, I think the Bears were down by 3, and they were in field goal range with, 40 seconds left. And so they have 40 seconds left. They run, hurry up. They're getting ready. And they have a timeout, by the way. Caleb Williams gets sacked. So clock starts ticking, but the coach doesn't call a timeout, and then he's not rushing his players to get up there. So clock is ticking, and then next thing you know, Caleb Williams snaps the ball with maybe 6 seconds left, throws it as deep as possible, and the time expires and they lose.
Yeah. I don't know
that's the most Bears thing ever.
I don't know what they were thinking during that. I mean, he was still sacked in field goal range, right?
Yeah.
So they could have, I mean, I don't know how good their kicker is, but
yeah,
still at least had a chance to send it to OT.
And Santos, who's their kicker, has been very good this year. So, other than I think
it was just an accident.
But yeah, it's you can't be doing that. That's really bad.
That's just the most Bears way to lose.
Yeah, it really is.
Pretty depressing if you're a Bears fan.
Yeah.
And then second big update, which I mean, I don't know if it comes much of a surprise, but Christian McCaffrey is back on IR.
I know.
Which I mean,
it
seems like it's just a yearly multiple times a year thing. I didn't actually see what caused this injury.
I didn't really either, but I think it's just McCaffrey gets healthy and then Shanahan runs him into the ground. Obviously he's not going to be good. You got to give him at least 3-4 weeks with maybe some type of snap count, especially in their position. They're already probably not going to make playoffs, so why rush him? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his plans are as far as his future career, because he gets hurt, a pretty big injury, at least once per season. And, he's still, how old is he? He's still, technically younger.
I think he's still in 30s?
Early 30s, maybe?
I can fact check that, but I think it's, I would guess...
31.
Let's see, 28?
Yeah.
How long has he been in the league for?
It seems like a while.
Oh my gosh, he got drafted in 2017.
So,
but a lot.
7, yeah.
Actually, I mean, when you think about it, he did get drafted pretty young, because 2017 draft, I think that was Joe Mixon. He's also 28.
I thought he was older.
I thought he was. Let's see. Aaron Jones was also in that.
Maybe we're just reaching unk status.
Aaron Jones is 30. Dude, that 2017 draft class for running backs, don't
Pretty
even get me
elite.
started. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how much longer. If I was him, I'd probably,
I mean, he's already so rich.
yeah, like, you don't really need,
Like,
you just gotta maybe finish up. I don't know what his contract.
I think he probably just wants maybe a Super Bowl.
I guess
don't
that's
know.
true. He almost had.
He could have had one last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last season. 49ers Chiefs.
I
The Chiefs have been in it for so many
yeah,
years
they all
now
kind of get mixed
that
up.
I think it went 49ers or no. It went
Eagles
49ers.
won. We were freshmen during the Eagles Chiefs one.
Yeah. So I think it actually went 49ers, Bengals, Rams,
Yeah, and then Chiefs again.
Chiefs, Eagles, and last year Chiefs, 49ers. Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So we'll have to see. I mean, just sucks for him. But
I know. I feel bad. But
yeah, and also Mason as well is supposedly out, maybe on IR as well. So I did pick up I picked up their third string in fantasy, and they also picked up
Israel Banakanda, Pitt legend.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Jets didn't give him a chance. He's a beast.
I know. Well, I think he showed potential in college.
A lot of potential.
Yeah, so we'll see for that. And then another probably big injury of the week was Trevor Lawrence. He got absolutely cooked.
Yeah, I whenever I read it in our notes that you put Trevor Lawrence got cooked, I laughed a little bit, but like he got cooked.
I didn't see this play live, but like
I didn't either, but
he just I mean, it was a classic just like sliding and then the dude just like drilled his head.
Yeah.
Pretty hard. There was kind of a fight out, breaking out after, and then the guy who hit got ejected, someone else got ejected.
Fans were throwing water bottles at him while he was getting ejected.
I don't know. I don't know if they said the punishment yet.
There was, I don't know if I want to say the nickname that people have been giving him, but it is pretty funny.
Trevor Lawrence or the guy
that hit him. I can give it to you, and maybe we can just bleep it out if it's bad. So his name is Aziz Al-Shahir, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. But people are calling him Aziz Al-Qaeda.
Oh, maybe I have heard that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
He did put out an apology.
Yeah.
So, like...
And, like...
I don't think he probably didn't, like, he's probably not actually trying to injure him. But
I'm sure, like, in the moment, it has to be so hard to pull back. Like, you're going at him, he starts sliding.
Yeah, like, he already probably started to start making the tackle. So, like, I don't think he did it on purpose. But,
I don't think it either.
We'll have to see for them. And then keeping up, just a couple questionables here and there. With the running back wise, Bucky Irving, questionable. Josh Jacobs and Romeo Doubs for the Packers.
We're going to need them. We are going to need them.
Yeah, they got the game tomorrow as of us recording this.
Yeah, it's scary.
But also, Metcalf and Lamb are both questionable, but they're pretty optimistic to play. Another receiver is Lad McConkey. He's got a knee injury and missing practice. Which coincidentally, all three of those players, that I just put on here, all those receivers are the person I'm playing in fantasy.
And you need to
receivers.
win. Vinny's in a must-win game to make playoffs.
I basically have to win,
and you need some help.
Score 30 more points than the person I'm beating.
Or you just need some help.
Or someone else has to lose.
Yeah. I'm already guaranteed playoffs. We all knew that.
But I don't know. I kind of got screwed this year with some unlucky stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, either way, I mean those receivers. Tight end wise, Kincaid is limited practice with the knee. Also Goddard, who I know you just dropped in fantasy.
I did. I just picked up Noah Gray, fan favorite, back-to-back 2-touchdown weeks. So I hope he keeps that
for
up.
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
How is he? Yeah. What? How is he doing? Getting so many?
I don't know. He's tight end 20, I believe. So he's either like really good or really bad, and I'm just kind of
a boom or bust week kind of guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really kind of the new things on the horizon for this week. But let's move into talking about some of these games.
All right.
All right, guys, let's get into some Guess the Player, everyone's favorite segment.
Yes.
Last week, Aidan and I went against each other, but now we're back to the usual where I can scheme up some good ones here.
Or you're not going to do 3 Chiefs in a row, right?
No, that was a low blow. But these ones are definitely interesting to say the least.
Okay, all right.
But there was a lot of good performances as well. The first
Yeah.
one we will start off with is this player, 19 rushes for 43 yards and a touchdown, as well as 4 catches for 74 yards.
Oh, wow. Okay, so honestly, kind of a letdown game when it comes to the rushing attack, but really good. Did he have any rushing touchdowns?
1.
Okay, so this is a player that was kind of a letdown, but made up for it in the passing game. My first thought is Breece Hall, just because I know you love picking your guys, but I mean that much receiving makes sense and that much rushing kind of makes sense. So I think I just got to go for it. I'll go Breece Hall.
Oh, that is incorrect. Breece Hall actually only put up like 6 fantasy points for me.
Oh
He
yeah,
did.
I was versing you. I feel like I should have known
Yeah. So it was not Breece Hall. It was in fact Joshua Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
On
For the
the Packers.
Oh yeah, he got that really big passing play.
Yeah, this game. I mean, I think we all said Packers going in from
think
last
so.
week, but yeah, I mean Tua basically just couldn't handle the cold weather.
Yeah, it's once again, and like, I've been, as I do, going through Instagram comment sections. I used to have a little hobby of creating arguments with people in
I
Instagram
kind of
comment
did that
sections.
too back in the day.
But everyone's like, "Oh, what? Tua's not bad in the cold. He had 365 yards and 2 touchdowns." It was all in garbage time. I mean, he going into halfway through the third quarter, they had 3 points on the board. Like, come on. He's not doing good. And he didn't do good in the cold. So
I mean, yeah, you can just tell based on Mostert was the leading rusher with 19 yards. So you can tell they were behind.
yeah.
Jonnu Smith led the team in receptions and over 100 yards.
Are you watching the end of that game? Tua
No.
was feeding him.
Oh, I did see that.
I was,
yeah.
because, you were
I
starting
started
him.
him.
So every single play, I was like, oh my God, more Jonnu. And then luckily, he was targeting Jonnu near the end of the game, and it tipped off him and went to Tyreek Hill.
I
for a
consider
touchdown.
that lucky when it comes
That
to
was lucky.
fantasy. And also, I mean, for the Packers, you had
have Jaden
Jaden
Reed.
Reed, who had 3 catches for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I kind of got screwed this week, but like, I can still win.
Yeah.
So,
But, this Packers team looks very explosive. This is the best I've seen them
I mean,
play. These last 2 weeks have kind of brought me back to hope.
they have like what, a 98% chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they just have to win like 1 or 2 more games and they're in the playoffs, which
It's
with the rest of
doable.
their schedule, they do have Lions and then Seahawks, which Seahawks aren't really that good. Then Saints, not good. And then Vikings and Bears. So out of those 5 games, if they can't win more than 2, that's the worst part is going to be we're not going to get like a high seed because there's 2 teams ahead of us in our own division. So
yeah,
it's really unfortunate.
It's a crazy division.
9-3, we would be in first place of every other division except for the NFC East because of the Eagles. So it's really unfortunate, but what you gonna do?
Well, that's a big week divisional. They have some divisional
Lions,
matchups coming up. So.
Yeah, it'll be big. So we'll see about that.
All right. Let's get into the next one here. This one I put a defense in.
Oh,
A rather good.
All right, I
defense
won't
this week.
for defense. I won't look at the stats, or I won't look at game scores.
I didn't. Yeah, so I didn't put the points on here though. I mean, I could say the points, I guess. But
Can I pre-guess?
why? Do you saw my screen?
No, I didn't see your screen, but a standout. Okay, I'll just keep it in my head. You go.
Well, what is it? What
My
letter does it
pre-guess?
begin with?
It begins with an S.
Okay. Well, let me just say the stats first, so
Okay.
people can play along. This team had 3 interceptions,
Okay.
also 3 sacks, but the standout is 2 defensive touchdowns.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know how many defensive touchdowns the Steelers got. I'm pretty sure they got at least 1, but maybe they didn't get the second one. Oh, but there is. Oh no, I'm taking back my pre-guess. This is the Broncos.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
Broncos.
Jameis Winston threw 2 picks, sixes, so had to be. In this game,
This game was just a shootout.
it was
It just started picking up, and then
5 total interceptions, 2 of them being pick sixes. I mean, and then the back-to-back plays of Bo Nix, 93-yard touchdown, Jameis Winston, 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I was just like, I mean, Jerry Jeudy went off 235 receiving yards and a touchdown.
Crazy.
I mean, that's probably more than he's had like all season.
Yeah, and of course, the week after. So we bet the under on Nick Chubb yards last week and the over on Njoku yards, or on Njoku receptions. Neither of those hit. This week they would have hit with flying colors.
Yeah, and
so.
Njoku had 2 touchdowns. Did actually outscore Jonnu Smith, so I technically should have started Njoku, but yeah, they both did well. And yeah, I mean, this game was...
It was crazy. A lot of action. And honestly, until like the last few minutes, it was still a pretty close game. The pick sixes just killed the Browns.
I mean, the Broncos, they're 8-5 now, and they're definitely like looking. The defense is, I think, top like 3 or something.
I just don't know. Like, are they a good team? Because like Bo Nix, he didn't play amazing.
Bo Nix, I think he was my rookie of the year pick.
He was,
and he's the past few games he's been turning up.
Yeah. So
I mean, 2 interceptions, but
I mean, I still don't know how I feel about the Broncos. I feel like if I see them. I guess they almost beat the Chiefs, but that's not saying much. I don't know. I'll have to see some more games to know fully how I feel.
I don't know about Javonte Williams, but he only had 1 rushing yard, and I don't think he's hurt.
Yeah, only 4 carries, too.
Yeah, McLaughlin led the charge. So I don't know why he's so inconsistent for my team. But yeah, so that was a good game for sure. We got 2 more here. We'll do this. We have a quarterback here. We'll do first.
All right.
This one's pretty good. You probably will be able to get it. But 25 for 30 with 206 yards. However, 3 tutties, 1 interception, 2 sacks, but then also 34 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown.
Oh, wow, that's a really good game.
I think it was the best game barely, or fantasy-wise, best game barely of the week.
Yeah. Oh. And I just got this thought in my head. Is it Russell Wilson?
No.
Oh.
I actually did not.
I think
I didn't check him.
He got 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I don't think he got a rushing touchdown.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
check
no, he
him,
didn't.
But it was. I was assuming that. I was thinking you'd say like, maybe Lamar Jackson because
I think I knew he didn't get
but
a
yeah, it's
rushing.
actually Jaden Daniels.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they destroyed the Titans. That makes sense.
I mean, just like to start. I mean, what were they up in like the first half? Like,
it was 21 points in the first quarter, and then they were up 28-7 in the first half.
Yeah, 21 in the first quarter. I was like,
yeah,
I didn't end up. I mean, did we? I mean, I think we all. I mean, everyone was saying Commanders. Like, it wasn't really a question, but
still though.
Yeah, and to think that this Jaden Daniels was traded in our fantasy league for Bo Nix.
Yeah,
and I mean that whole. I mean, it was a whole weird.
You don't want to.
It was a colluded trade.
We don't want to get
we
into
theorize, but yeah, I mean, Will Levis struggled. Pollard, I mean, 35 rushing yards was their leader, but obviously they're behind.
Yeah, I mean.
And then they just started running it, so Brian Robinson had over 100. McLaurin had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been on fire recently.
Yeah, and Commanders 8-5 as well. Another team that you kind of just don't really think about.
I feel like they've been playing good, but then against random opponents, like they got that lucky win against the Bears, and then they got beat by the Cowboys, who haven't been playing very good. I could maybe see them winning 1 playoff game, but I think that's it. And I'd honestly be surprised if they won a playoff game. But making the playoffs with a rookie quarterback is very good. Like, you don't see that all the time. So,
yeah, I mean, looking at their record, they lost by 1 score to the Ravens.
Yes.
They lost to the Steelers by 1 point towards the very end, which that was a very close game.
Oh, yeah.
They lost to the Eagles, Cowboys. I think that's it.
Wow, I didn't even realize they lost 3 in a row.
So I guess they are. Yeah, they're bouncing back here with this big win.
They did lose big in the first game against the Buccaneers, but
they have to play the Eagles again, but they could easily win against the Saints, Commanders, Cowboys.
Yeah, I
for
think
the rest
so.
of the season.
Like, yeah, looking at them, I don't see a world where they don't. So.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't see them going very far, but still very happy with that.
Oh yeah,
with
for sure.
Season so far.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the last player. This one,
right.
We have 25 rushes
Okay.
for 152 and a touchdown,
Ooh, wow.
as well as 3 catches for 33 yards.
I mean, 152. That's probably
That may be
most
top of the
rushing
week.
yards,
I believe it
week.
was.
And that instantly makes me think Saquon, just because Saquon does that every single week, it feels like. And honestly, it could be James Cook. Oh, it's one of those two. I know it. I'm just going to go Saquon. That sounds more familiar.
It was actually not Saquon, which, funny enough, Saquon and James Cook both had 107 rushing yards.
So they both had over...
They both had over 100, but this player was Bucky Irving.
Oh, yeah. Another guy
a
that
guy on my
went against
team.
me.
Yeah, and he definitely, I mean, everyone knew he was going to do well. He's been projected highly in fantasy recently.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I was looking at my phone and I was projected to beat you by like 20 points. And I was like, oh, this game's almost over. I'll just put my phone down. I don't really care. And then I open it up again and Bucky Irving's up to like 27 points. And, I mean, he did really good. Although I will say, the Buccaneers got lucky.
They were losing this entire game, it looks like. I mean, after the first quarter.
They were losing, and then in overtime, Buccaneers, don't do anything. They punt. Panthers get it to their own 30, have a chance to kick a field goal and win, and then Chuba Hubbard fumbles, and they end up losing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely not. I guess they were the favorites going in, but yeah, definitely closer than they'd like.
Yeah.
Could have easily. I mean, Panthers could easily be 4-9 right now.
I mean, shout out to Bryce Young. He's been playing really good. These last 2 games, he's played good. I mean, maybe not really good, but good enough to win games. So
for sure. I mean, I don't know. This just reminds me. I don't know if you saw this TikTok I sent you. I believe I sent you it, but it was like the stats before and after, like Rod Wave on Rod Wave's story.
Oh, yeah.
He tagged Bryce Young and was like, "Yo, hey Bryce Young, call me" or something. And literally, the game after that, the last like 4 games, he's actually done like very well. And
hey, Rod Wave knows football, I guess.
Yeah, so who knows what bro was telling him on the call, but it turned them around for sure.
Yeah. And Mike Evans, a big game again, 8 receptions, 118. I think he needs to average just over 90 yards per game for the rest of the year to get his 1,000-yard mark that he gets every single season.
And that's with the 3 or so weeks of the injury. So
yeah.
Rather impressive, to say the least.
For sure.
Still sad they don't have Godwin.
Yeah.
Because he was cooking for sure.
And the NFC South, 2 teams, 6-6, and that's the top team of the division.
I mean, dude, you move the Packers down there, and they're first.
Dude, you move 3 of the teams in the Packers division down there, and they're first. Like that's unfortunate.
Crazy.
But all right, so that was all your players, I believe.
That was.
All right, so looking at the other games of the week, Chiefs get lucky.
Squeaked by the Raiders, as I predicted.
Yeah, you did predict that it would be a close game, and the Raiders had a chance to win. I don't know what happened.
It was like
they fumble.
It was like a weird
they called the play dead.
They called the play. Like right when they snapped the ball, they did like a false start.
Mm-hmm.
But then they let the play go, and then he just like snapped it into his chest or something, and they fumbled it. And then like after that, after the Chiefs recovered it, they like supposedly the call was like illegal shift or something.
Yeah.
So then the Chiefs just like declined it.
Mm-hmm.
And got the ball.
Regardless of what the penalty was, they called the play dead. So the second the ball snapped and the play was dead, that's it. You can't do
Yeah,
anything.
what was their like excuse for that? Because like
I don't know.
it kind of seems rigged.
I don't know. I did see a funny video where one of the referees in one of the games got like his knees blown out and he got carted off the field. And everyone's like, this is a huge blow for the Chiefs. Like,
oh yeah, I did see that.
But
I mean the Chiefs. I mean I know your dad doesn't like when we roast the Chiefs, but like,
I'm sorry,
we can't support that.
Yeah,
that final play.
But then all the other games, Texans barely hold on against the Jags, even though Trevor Lawrence got cooked.
Colts win as I predicted last week.
Barely. And the Patriots actually at the end of that game, I think attempted a 68-yarder instead of throwing a Hail Mary. So
I mean, what's the record? Like 67?
I think it is 68. Maybe 66. I think 66.
I know Tucker. I mean, if maybe get some wind, he could have.
Yeah. I don't know. Falcons lose to the Chargers, as I kind of knew. I was predicted. Seahawks beat the Jets.
As I predicted that.
The Jets should have won. The Jets should have won. Rodgers threw a pick 6.
Rodgers is getting old.
Yeah.
He just gotta put up the boots.
Yeah. Steelers. Their offense looked good.
I mean, 44 points. I mean, 2 defense touchdowns, but still, we were just.
I mean, as Phil predicted, both of us said Bengals.
I don't know why. I thought I said Steelers, but that's.
Yeah.
I'm not really rooting against Steelers. I'm not hating. I'm not disagreeing with the Steelers.
Vikings barely beat the Cardinals, which you predicted again. Rams win. Eagles, kind of owned the Ravens for most of that game. And then
Bills owned the 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers had no hope in that snow. So, yeah, so that's all.
An exciting week.
Yeah, I'm really hoping this week is also an exciting week. This is the last week of the regular season for fantasy. So,
yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I make it. Keep things.
Yeah. But, all right. Now we'll go to some Guess the Crime.
Oh.
All right, so now we got a little game called Guess the Crime, which Vinny did come up with.
I did say this as a joke, but
he said it as a joke.
Onto this,
but
run out of ideas.
We are running out of ideas, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first just name the crime. So we'll do this by points. I have 11 total questions. Your goal will be to get 15 points. And if you can guess the player by just the crime, you get 2 points. If I have to give you the year it happened, you get 1 point. Your goal would be to get to 15 points. All right?
Okay, 15 seems a little high.
I think you can do it. A lot of these are...
Because the maximum is only 22 points.
A lot of these are pretty easy. So we'll start off with, a soft toss.
Well, don't say
We got dog fighting.
Dog fighting.
And these are all suspensions. These are reasons that players got suspended.
Okay, that would be Michael Vick.
Michael Vick is correct. That's 2 points for you. Next up, Deflategate.
I mean, does that count as Tom Brady?
Yes.
Okay.
Tom Brady did get suspended for that in 2016.
That's a pretty big. That seems like a bigger deal than it.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't that big.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody talks about that anymore.
But that's huge. He should have cheated in the playoffs.
Yeah. All right, that's 4 points. We're turning up.
All right. This one's another soft toss. I don't know how much I want to give you on this because I could make it really hard, but I'll just give you it all.
Just start. I mean.
Sexual assault of a masseuse.
Okay.
Or just sexual assault.
So,
that's the main reason.
Does it have to be a player?
It is a player. These are all players.
Okay, then I'm tempted to say Deshaun Watson.
It is Deshaun Watson, 2022.
Okay.
All right.
That's
so this
6
is.
points.
I would say this is the last soft toss. This one kind of, goes home close to you. We have reckless driving and killing someone.
Henry Ruggs.
It is Henry Ruggs.
That's very sad.
Yeah, terrible what he did. This next one, stomping on a Packers player. And I'll tell you, this happened twice. He got suspended for this 2 separate times. I used to hate him growing up.
Okay, so that gives me. I know someone who stomped on someone before. I think it's. Ndamukong Suh.
It is Ndamukong Suh.
Okay, I knew he was a toxic
He stomped
player.
on, I forget what the one Packers player was, but then he also, so that was in 2011, stomped on Aaron Rodgers in 2014. So
I think he also like spit on people's faces. And
yeah,
stuff.
he was not a good person.
So that's my 10th point.
That is.
Okay, so I think better than
Yeah,
that.
so I think you got 6 more questions left.
To get 5 points.
You could, even if you just get 1 point on each one,
Okay.
you're good. All right. Kicking girlfriend on the elevator.
On the see, I get these mixed up.
This one's tricky because there's really 2 players you could say, but one happened in an elevator, one didn't.
One happened in a hallway.
Yes.
See, I know that. See, like I know. Okay, I think the one that happened first was the elevator, which I'm tempted to say Kareem Hunt.
Wrong. It was Ray Rice in 2014.
Okay, I was thinking of Kareem. I should have asked for the
Kareem
year.
Hunt.
I would have said that. Then.
I think you
I
could have
was
gotten
thinking
it
of
if it was the year.
what didn't I mean?
I can't believe Kareem Hunt just came back.
I don't know
from
if
that.
you put Kareem Hunt as any of the other ones.
I did not.
But what was his? Because
He also was kicking his girlfriend. But
that
it was,
the
that was
the
hallway.
other one you thought I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next up. There's, I think, 2 people you could say for this, but there was one big one, and it is beating his kid.
Okay, that has to be Adrian Peterson.
It is Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a big one.
do
I remember, I got the news, and I was like, whoa.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know many details of that, but
yeah. All right,
that would be bad.
this is another big one.
So I'm at 12.
This one, a lot of people could go, but this is, the main guy that would always get caught with this, and it is smoking weed.
Okay. See, I have 2 people in mind. I don't know which one you're looking for.
I can give you the year if you want to bump it down to 1 point.
But, I don't know if that bit bumps, if there's multiple people and you're not giving me as much of a specific one.
Well, he's the main guy, I would say.
The main guy.
Whenever I think of someone who's gotten caught with smoking weed.
Okay. Well, I know it's 2 of these people. First one, I would say Martavis Bryant.
Is that going to be your guess?
I mean, I know it happened, so...
Okay, well,
Okay, if
it's not him. Okay, since
the
it
other
did
person-
happen, I'll let you have another guess.
Okay. Other person, Josh Gordon.
It was Josh Gordon. That's who I was thinking
Okay,
of.
yeah, I knew it was... I didn't know which...
Yeah, both of those guys were bad, but... Yeah.
I mean, Josh Gordon straight up never even, played.
Yeah,
Martavis Bryant had some little stints. He was on the Steelers, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Next one. I don't know. I'll say this to start. I'll give you 3 points for this one, and then I'll lower it every time. A hard hit on a wide receiver.
Okay. I mean, so there's definitely been a lot of these in the past.
Yeah,
The
so
one that comes to mind.
I'll give you the year if you go down to 2 points, and then I'll give you the player he hit if you go down
Well, if
to
I
1.
guess, does it go down after that, or?
I would say no.
Okay, fine. I'll take the year then.
It was in 2016 where this happened.
Okay, that sounds about right. I'm thinking Vontez Perfect.
It is Montez Perfect on Antonio.
Okay,
Brown.
I didn't know if that was ever a suspension or anything. He did get suspended for
I was
a
doing
few
my
games.
research on this, and he has been suspended so many times for hard hits on players. It was actually insane how many hits.
I mean,
he
I feel
has.
like at some point you just got to get banned.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that was.
And then Juju, if you remember, got suspended because he hit
laid him
Montez.
out. Yeah. At first I thought of that, and I'm like, oh, on a wide receiver.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, this one's pretty easy too.
I mean,
You're
I'm
gonna
up to
get
15. I believe.
Yeah, you're gonna get this one. Removing a player's helmet and using it as a weapon.
Myles Garrett.
It is Myles
That
Garrett.
that was an interesting season for the Steelers as a whole.
That was insane.
People say it was provoked though. I
Uh,
don't know what kind of verbal exchange.
I think it
went
might have
on,
been. It might have been.
But yeah, no excuse
Yeah.
for that.
And then last up, this one. Once again, it could be a couple players, but there's one guy that was really big on it. gambling while in the team facility.
Okay. There's one that comes to mind. The only person I can think of is Calvin Ridley.
Oh, that's not who I was thinking of, but I would give that to you.
Okay.
I'll give you
Who
that.
were you
I was thinking of Jameson Williams, who got caught. I think before his...
Did he not even, like, start his...
I think he got suspended for 11 games.
Before he even...
before he even played a snap. So...
Dude, hey, bro.
Hey, respect. Hey, respect.
Probably,
I do the same
probably
thing.
Cashed a bit. But, like, was it even on, like... What was it even on? Like, was it, like, on the Lions?
I don't think it was on the
'Cause, like, I
Lions.
guess
Calvin Ridley, I think, bet on the Falcons. But
Which
he was
is
hurt,
the team-
so...
He was on the Falcons at the time.
But I think he would bet on the Falcons to win. So...
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
that kind of sucks if you're... I mean, it makes sense, but, like, if you're in the NFL, you just straight up can't place any parlay.
I know.
Can you do it on other sports, though?
I think you can as long as it's not in your facility.
What do you mean, your facility?
Like your team's facility.
But, like... So, like, if you're on... Like, you can't place a parlay on the Lakers if you're...
No, you can.
In the Jaguars facility.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that.
But, like, what would they know, though?
I don't know, but...
I guess if they're technically friends with LeBron, it'd be like, yo, LeBron, drop
Yeah.
a 30 bomb for me tonight.
He'd be like, I bet, because he's the GOAT.
That's a pretty interesting little segment there.
Yeah.
There's definitely, the
you
other
go
people
through
I was thinking of Tyreek Hill, doing something.
You go through the list, and there's... NFL players are not very good people.
there's...
So...
is there any other big ones?
I feel like...
See, I should have known the
There's
Ray
the
Rice
Pouncey...
one.
Ray Lewis. Allegedly killed someone. Yeah.
I would have got that one.
Who else? I feel like there's just so many. The Pouncey brothers were...
What'd they do?
I think they were related to a murder as well. I think they were related to Ray Rice's murder.
You mean...
They were, like, there when it happened.
You mean Lewis?
Or, yeah, Ray Lewis's murder.
Oh, wow. Do you think he actually killed him? I don't know.
I need to do more research, but
I don't know.
all my life I've thought he has, so...
That's
O.J. Simpson could have done that one.
Okay, I definitely would have got that one.
Yeah, but... Alright, so that was the Guess the Crime segment. Very fun. We will now go into some predictions. Alright, for predictions. Last week I went 12-4, Vinny went 14-2, and Phil also went 14-2. So
see, I could have easily...
I feel like...
I don't know why I didn't say Steelers for some reason.
I know.
And then I said Falcons, but, like, I wasn't fully certain. I just kind of wanted to disagree with you guys. That could have been our first perfect week.
Yeah, so we'll try and go perfect again this week.
And you said the Steelers were the only underdog to win. Right?
They were. If you picked every single favorite, they would have won.
So I guess that isn't as impressive, but still.
Yeah. All right. Now, starting off, Packers at Lions, Thursday Night Football. And just to save myself, I am going to go Lions. I think the Packers are going to win.
Last time I said to go on the Packers, they won.
I think the Packers are going to win, but I am going to go Lions. So
you want the Packers to win?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, the Lions are home, and they're just hot.
Yeah, although they almost lost to the Bears, so who knows?
That was Thanksgiving, though.
Yeah. All right, Browns at Steelers.
Oh, they're playing each other this again. I feel like that game just happened.
But it's got to be
miserable
Steelers.
game.
It's got to be.
Wait, wasn't that the week before last week?
Yeah.
I didn't know they play them, so...
Yeah, it was a 1 week break.
Okay, well, we're definitely locking in here, because we're home.
We'll see.
The weather probably won't be snowy again.
It's technically a short week for the Browns, so...
Yeah. Steelers all the way. Though.
Yeah. All right, Saints at Giants. Two just terrible teams.
My first instinct is just Giants.
I was going to go Saints, so...
The Giants, they kind of have been losing by less than a lot.
I think I could see the Giants. They're coming...
They only lost to the Cowboys.
Kind of close game, yeah. So, all right, next Jets at Dolphins. Got to be Dolphins.
Yeah. I know you always like
the Jets.
You always like the Jets. I don't know.
I can't anymore. And then this one, Jags at Titans.
I mean, we don't even know the quarterback situation. Who do they even have? Who do they have?
Let's see who went in afterwards. Mac Jones. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to go Jags. I think the Jags are a better team.
They are, but the Titans are home. I'm gonna go Jags.
All right. Next up, Falcons at Vikings. I would love the Falcons to beat them here.
I can't keep going on the Falcons.
Yeah,
they always are choking.
It's gotta be. Panthers at Eagles. Gotta be Eagles. I don't care how good Bryce Young's playing. Raiders at Bucks. I gotta go Bucks.
Yeah, the
There's
Bucks.
no way.
The Bucks got more to play for. The Raiders are just kind of.
Raiders are going for the number 1 pick right now.
Really?
I think they're down there.
That's crazy.
They're 2-10. Only the Giants have a worse record than them.
But they beat the Ravens.
Yeah, how did they beat the
That was
Ravens?
a big win to help the Steelers.
Yeah. All right, Seahawks at Cardinals. I will be going Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Cardinals as well.
Bears at 49ers.
Interesting one. No, the 49ers can't lose this.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go Bears, but I think 49ers are going to win. Next up, Bills at Rams.
The Bills, just with how they're playing.
So good. And Josh Allen's engaged now, so it's
That's right. I did see
that.
that.
Big W for him.
I don't know if you saw this. I saw this TikTok thing, drama thing, but apparently his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, I did see that.
Made a comment on someone's post about
her new boyfriend owns a football team.
Yeah, because he was
and she said he's crazy.
I'm done with CTE, football players or whatever. Which I don't really.
Josh Allen seems like the least CTE.
He seems pretty chill. But I ain't dating him. But
True.
He seems like a nice guy.
All right, next up, Chargers at Chiefs. Once again, another Chiefs home game. Where are they getting all these home games?
I seriously think that the NFL is scripted for the Chiefs.
And I see you go Chiefs. I'm going Chargers.
Oh, I would love for the Chargers to.
Yeah, I could see it happening.
We saw what happened. The Chiefs are about to lose this week, and then they
called in a favor.
They called in a favor.
All right, Bengals at Cowboys. And this one, I'm going to go Bengals just because their offense is so good. But
I got to go Bengals as well. And then I think that only leaves us with
only 2 disagreements.
2? Where's the second one? Oh, 2 disagreements. So one of us, do we go perfect this week? A lot of these games don't seem very close.
Yeah, they don't.
I feel like one of us can go perfect this week.
All right. I like the sound of that.
I guess you have to stay tuned for that.
Yes. But, thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. We appreciate you guys listening. Hope you had a very good Thanksgiving, like we said. And it's going to be getting to that good part of the year where games start meaning a lot more. So
yeah, and next week coming up, we have it's our last week of school, pretty much.
Yeah.
The college we have finals, so we'll still get the episode in, and then Christmas break, we'll have to see about what the recording situation will be for that. But we won't have the studio, unfortunately.
So we'll have one more week of good quality podcasts, and then
it's just a free for all trying to.
It'll be a free for all for a while too. So
so if you're putting up with it, we appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. But rate 5 stars, follow, subscribe, do all the things you can. We really appreciate it.
With that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.